is George Kidenda, and with me today is Mr. Damian Ngondo, an old friend. Welcome, Damian.
Jambo.
Jambo, okay, thanks. Damian, we've known each other for quite some time. Do you recall the first time we ever met?
I can remember it was back 1990.
Okay.
Well, I can say I was a boy by then.
Yes.
When we met at Siginon Freight Limited.
Mm-hmm. And what were you doing in Siginon at that time?
I was doing declaration.
Declaration.
Yes.
Okay.
Of different commodities.
Different commodities.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was how far back?
From now, this is 33 years now.
33 years.
Mm.
So you're talking about around about 1990s.
Yeah, it was
early 1990s.
Yeah,
okay.
1990s,
Okay.
yes.
So from Siginon, are you still at Siginon?
From Siginon,
Mm-hmm.
I saw an application news in the Nation newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Then I applied.
Okay.
I applied. It was DNA, but I came to realize after some time when I was called for interview,
Yes.
it was Interfreight.
Interfreight, okay.
So from there I went to Interfreight.
Okay.
Mm.
What was your role in Interfreight?
Okay, Interfreight as a declaration supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So from Interfreight, where did you go to?
Okay, from Interfreight now, I went to bio agencies.
Bio agencies.
Yeah, as a consultant.
Okay.
As a consultant of in Interfreight, I was head of the declaration department.
Okay.
In bio agencies, I'm a declaration consultant.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell me, what do you remember most about our time in Siginon?
Our time in Siginon, I can remember very well. This was a mix of all the tribes, including Europeans and even Asians, and all the tribes in Kenya. There was a mixed up of all the tribes in Kenya, and it was sort of, we can call it international, though it was a local company.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you started, you were doing manual customs declaration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those days it was manual declaration. So from college it was manual declaration, but when I came to Signal Freight, I realized now this the system. Those days, any company could generate a system according to their wish to prepare declaration, but most of the time declaration was done manually. But now this was a company of high quality, and we came to realize that declaration now was computerized already, and the system by then was called SIG-CDF. That is only for Signal Freight, Mombasa and Nairobi.
Okay.
So after going through that system, then I went to Nairobi to educate our Nairobi. In fact, we called a declarant who was to be a supervisor in Nairobi.
Yes.
I trained him a bit, and then I was forced now to go to Nairobi and train all of them.
Yes.
So it was the first company anyway, because all those companies were doing manual.
Yes.
And from there, when I went to Interfreight, I saw that they are still doing manual part of it. Then I had to meet the management and forwarded the issue to the management regarding the system declaration. Then we started the IT manager was called, and we started the manual. We started the computerized declaration with their own system.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how easy was that for you?
It was nice because you see somebody doing a lot of manual, and in fact for a very big invoice where you have several items, maybe 100 items, doing it manually, as per our session today. You start with the gateway for big freight and insurance, then you get customs value, you multiply by the tax rate, you add the value, you get the VAT value, then VAT rate, then you proceed to multiplying the percentage part of the item, whether it's advaluable or specific.
Yeah.
Then you get the values. So those days you have to do it manually. Doing that manually, you have to spreader, you have to have a very long spreadsheet.
I remember that one.
You see, up to down there.
Yeah.
So with that kind of system, you had just to put the figures. If your FOB, freight and insurance, then the system computes itself and will give the customs value. You enter the tariff classification which has been installed in the system, and then it calculates based on the percentage rate of the item, and taxes are prepared. Then from there, you print the entry now and load it to the customers.
Okay.
Yes.
So this was now in the early 20s, okay?
Correct.
The late early 1990s, and then we moved on towards 20s. Then Simba came.
Yeah, that is now from those early 90s up to 2005 when there was the introduction of the Simba system.
Yes.
From there now the Simba system was now across the board.
Yeah.
So all logistic firms are doing the same system of declaration.
I'm sure you are happy to see this now come.
Everybody was happy. In fact, like us now, we are just maybe we were excelling to another, jumping to another. But those ones who are from manual, they really found it very interesting.
Okay.
And after some time, then everybody embraced the system and it was okay.
So tell me, if you were to advise someone who is doing declaration, on the importance of declaration, what are the key benefits that a company gets from a good declaration officer?
Oh, correct. In fact, what is wanted for a declaration officer? Okay, there's today we have a session here at Pride sensitization. Most of the time keeps a declaration officer up to date. In that case, what is important is that we avoid doing wrong declaration, because at the end of the day, you'll get penalized by customs officers for the mistakes, which now maybe if it is of a high value and maybe the company is forced to pay the penalty. Plus also the client now. The client will not be happy with your services. So you have to be very sharp, going through the tariffs properly. And after getting the tariff, if you don't maybe understand about that item, you go to explanatory notes, whereby now you'll be given notes plus also the GIR, general interpretative rules, so that you get to clear the item precisely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a principle in customer care which says it is easier to maintain an existing customer than getting a new one.
Yeah. Indeed.
So a declarant has to be very sure of what he's doing.
Okay, so we are now talking about Africa Continental Free Trade Area.
Yeah.
And we are here at this workshop here at Pride in Mombasa.
Yes.
What benefits are there that you as a consultant would want to share with your clients?
Okay. What is important with this, as we have seen, okay, it's a session and we are in day one, but I'm sure as per the session, we are being shown that we have to the blocks have been removed so that that we can facilitate trade.
Yeah. So we are removing tariffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as to facilitate
trade. Okay. And bring down the cost of doing business.
Yeah.
And then expand to other parts of the continent.
Correct.
Okay. That's very nice. Now, remind me of some of our friends in Siginon that you called that we were with in those days.
Good. As I've told you, as I said earlier, that company under your leadership, Mr. Ngondo, those days the atmosphere was good under your leadership, and the atmosphere of working was good, because we had even the kitchen
Yes, yes,
You see, we had the kitchen within the compound.
within the compound, yes.
So you could go for lunch at any time and you'll be served. Coming to administration part of it, you are very loyal and social, and you are down to earth because no employee, regardless of the position in the organization, was sort of very had fear, maybe something like that. You set all of the employees to be level. Sadly, that I can remember sometimes there was a case whereby a manager is sort of terrorizing an employee, and you call them to the boardroom, top boardroom, and when you realize that the wrong part was on the manager's side, you say that I don't want this. We have to work as a team, regardless of our position. As our main aim to this company is to do a good job and work together, respecting each other regardless of the level. I can remember very well also we were one team. I can remember Andrew Mali, who was our
Where's Andrew now?
supervisor. He is now at Mitchell Court.
Mitchell Court, okay.
Mr. Mambingo also.
Mambingo, yes.
Mr. Finance managers.
Aquino.
And
And Korir.
And Mr. Korir.
Yes.
You see, all those are in Mitchell Court. And financial. Okay, that's manager. Who is in Mitchell Court? Who is director now?
Tanui, yes, Daniel Tanui, yes,
Mr. Miko,
yes.
Those are port supervisors.
Edward Muduri,
and the later Edward now also was there as operations manager. Plus those are transport managers.
Cheptete, David Cheptete, Ben Swai, William Simba, many people.
So many guys.
Yes,
guys.
No, we thank God for those good old days.
Yeah.
So now you are with the BO
agencies,
and you are there as the consultant.
Yes.
Okay. Still in declaration.
Correct.
Okay. You are properly married with children, grown up.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. How was the?
Those guys. The first one is doing marine issues. Was when he went to Dar es Salaam because with shipping.
Yes.
There are three colleges which train about marine.
Okay.
Marine is in Dar es Salaam and then South Africa and Egypt.
Yes.
So we took this opportunity here and did marine in Dar es Salaam.
Okay.
The second one is he did logistics also.
Okay.
So he's my son, my second born.
Okay.
He's doing logistics.
That's it. Yeah. No, I'm very glad to have met you, and thank you for reminding me, because when you see people in a crowd like this, it's sometimes difficult to recognize, and I could only remember the young face. Now when you say you're catching up with me. Yes.
You see, by the time the name was being this must be my former MD. Then I had to concentrate. Then I knew now. So I said, out from here now. I have to greet you, and so that we can at least chat a bit.
No, indeed, it was a pleasure for me to meet you. And thank you for sparing time to record this video to keep it in history. Just for us to remember where we've come from.
Correct.
And the fact that God gave us the opportunity to do things in those days that at that time actually no one was thinking of doing customs declaration computerized.
True.
In fact, I recall when I came to the declaration department, like in Akenga, he said, no, Mr. Kirendo, this is not possible. Katimo, yes.
Katimo is also still in the initial process.
Yes. So I said, but we have to. I mean, it was. Remember, Christine was taking 2 weeks to do the CKDs for General Motors.
Yeah, GMK.
Yes. And when we did the declaration, we reduced from 2 weeks to 4 days.
Yeah.
But after those 4 days, if there was any error on the entry, you just correct it there, and you are able to print.
Sure, you print a new.
You don't have to do the whole document.
Manual amendment. Guys are fast.
Yeah, no, I thank God for this. Yeah. And now everyone. In fact, I remember when we started using the computer.
Yes.
One day I walked to the declaration department, and I found you guys were not working. So I asked Michael, "What's happening?" He says the system is down. I said, "What?" But you have been doing things, man. So you've been doing this. Now today you said it was impossible. Today you are saying it is impossible without it.
Guys told that they are advanced now. They cannot go back.
They could not go back.
I can remember Mwinyi. Also.
Yes. How is he? Is he around?
2 years back I saw him.
Okay.
He's not old.
Okay.
Those guys are old.
No, when you meet them, just let them know that I thank God for them.
Obviously. In fact,
And pass my regards to them.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for your coming.